The current spoiler warning level is Azure.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of Azure. This is stuff from Aura Battle or Dunbine and extended media, which the Great Gundam Project has covered, and I consider totally safe material. Please enjoy the episode. Hello friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista and G, your home for the discussion of robots. I'm Six Stepmar.
I'm Dylan.
And we're joined this episode by a returning guest. Grant, how's it going, man?
I am doing well. I'm rested. I've had my annual recuperative retreat with my lovely sainted aunts on the shores of Lake Superior, and now I'm ready to get back to everything else life holds, for good or ill. A lot of ill.
Are you
the
sure
ill was
you're
waiting
ready?
for me to come back home.
Yeah, I mean, if you say you're ready, then you're ready, but, I don't know. So, I know it's been a while since you've been on the show. The show's changed a lot. One, we have this nice video version over here where we've got this little presentation board.
Yeah.
And with the power of this presentation board, we turned the show into a game where Dylan tries to guess knees.
Yes. Just
Here is
because
a knee.
I haven't been on this
Okay,
side of the
hold
mic,
on.
believe me, I know about the knee.
We said, hold on. Okay, not to peer behind the mask, but we may have said before the start of this episode that we were talking about a certain show, and while this is, technically applicable, this is a wild thing for you to have pulled out, Six, because this is the Nanogen, I assume.
So yes, I did try and, not cheat, but bend the rules in order to, I should have known that the art style at least would have given me away. Folks, we're here talking about some Aura Battlers. That's what we said, and this counts as one of those, so I don't know why Dylan is whining.
Okay,
But-
hold on. Okay, yes, it's an Aura Battler. It's an Aura Battler from a show I haven't seen. Because I still haven't seen Wings of Rain yet.
Okay.
I know of it because of Super Robot Wars, and I know of it because it is a Byston Well production, but it is something that is significantly... This is a weird thing to be... I mean, I have Art of the Nanogen and stuff, so I can. I have the resources. I don't have, plot information. But...
Well, would you rather? Okay, you know what? Let's pick again.
Okay, yeah.
We want to make Dylan comfortable. This is Dylan's show.
Okay,
Dylan should be
okay,
out.
yeah.
Nobody puts Dylan in a corner.
Yeah.
Okay. What about? No, that's not fair. I know
Do
words
it,
you
be
wouldn't
unfair.
expect to hear
Yeah.
me word.
Be unfair. Do it. Do it.
Okay. Does this one not have a? Okay, there we go. This has an image. There we go.
Does this one have
Yeah,
an
wait a minute.
image?
What
Isn't
what
it
bullshit are you pulling on me now? That's not a
the
good
Aura
sign.
Battler I just imagined?
It's just
I
listen.
dare
I
you.
just opened the page and it didn't load the image at first, and
Okay,
so I was
okay,
like, "Huh."
okay. Alright.
That's all.
Alright.
That's all. As I was like, "Oh, I guess this one maybe doesn't have a." It's like, no,
It's
it
like,
does. Okay.
I'm being bamboozled over and over. Even with getting the guesses right. Alright.
Let's get you a new piece. There you go.
Okay, this is the Bastole.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally erased yours too. Yes, this is the Bastole.
Sorry, the
from
color sticks out,
Or
so
Battle
it's
Done
easy
by-
for me. It was so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
The other day, because I had just brought it up, with just friends of the show on GGP watching Build Fighters, me picking out random background suits as oh yeah, I recognize that one. And I Jackson an episode of a little beginning part of an episode of me guessing a suit, and they were just like, "How the fuck did you do that?" And I'm like, is it weird? I think it's normal. I think it's normal. To just see, like, an arm and just go, yeah, I know what robot that is. That's fine. But, yeah. All right.
Also, you get practice every week, so...
Yeah, maybe I only get better every week. Okay, good. We have... Sorry, I thought we were just gonna keep the knee over there, just in case.
Well, there was an arrow. There was an arrow that said knee, and so I had to provide a knee.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the Bastole. This is a weird one, because this is like a standalone Aura Battler made by, well, it's still like a shot weapon machine, but it's also like, this is the one that like Zet Light, the lesser known Silicon Valley, bro, is like also really excited about, and specifically has,
the Zimad of Dunbine.
Specifically, Galeria is piloting this, quite a bit. And, it seems to be a good machine other than, well, Galeria's being Galeria, causes weird things to happen with, like, the Aura stuff. Because this is the machine that, first brings them back to Upper Earth. The Dunbine and this are, like, locked in a duel, and,
yes.
Yeah, they resonate, and they both appear in Upper Earth in their robots. Which is bad. Which goes really bad. Like, horribly, awfully bad. Because, while Shou is just like, hey, I'm in Japan again, cool. I'm gonna go see my parents, and all kinds of nonsense proceeds with that because, some people are convinced that Shou is an alien, and so on and so on.
They say you can't go home again, and Shou Zama's parents really took that saying to heart.
They are some of the worst Tamino parents, which is a lot, saying a lot. They are just so much. Both of them. The dad is just like the most, like, rolls on his back loser, like, we'll just go with whatever anyone says, and his mom's like, I will shoot you if you threaten my family's, standing with anything by being a weirdo alien who is not really my son. It's a lot.
But that dramatic purpose of this Aura Battler really comes out as, like, it looks like it is enemy Dunbine, right? Like, it is very similar, more similar than most Aura Battlers, to be sure.
Yeah.
But, like, the legs are spindly and kind of creepy. The like, backpack section is more angular, and but then you have all the similarities, the same wrist spikes, but there's only one, the evil number.
The odd numbers are
the evil. Sword is mounted the same way. Yeah.
If Gundam had gone much weirder, this would have been what Char showed up at Jaburo with.
Just running up to gyms in this and punching through them. Yeah, like, even
that's a Woody killing spike on the wrist, yeah.
Well, like, even with the head, right? Like, the head, it's, at a glance, it's like, well, it doesn't really look too Dunbine-esque, but, like, it's just, it's got, like, the same kind of mask going on, like, underneath the face. It's got, like, it's just got
it's
really
got
big
the
eyes.
mouth lenses hidden inside there, yeah.
Oh, whoops. I was pasting things. Also just had to throw this in with the images because it's in the little, sheet here. Make that smaller. We got a fun little SD because all these have little SD illustrations in this book. But yeah, like, it's just like a mean... It's a mean Dunbine. It's got a horn on the head. You've got these really large yellow eyes, like, around the side that kind of have, they're like species of wasp that kind of have this shape, where it's like a more, almost kind of like rounded U shape, going around the head. Also just has a big yellow bit in the middle of the head, same kind of like material, as the eyes, which is weird. 2 antennae, a little horn on the back of the head. You've got, as mentioned, the little face mask with the doodly bops in there, like the Dunbine has. And then, like, around the little mask, you've just got, like, a big gray open mouth almost. For the torso, you've got...
I like the high separated pecs,
yeah,
I guess.
It's like, you've got...
That's unique, yeah.
You've got pectorals like you get on, like, Gundam and stuff, but they're just, like, big ones that are really high up. Like, to the sides of the collar. It's really odd, like, the placement. So it doesn't really, like, feel like a normal chest there. And then you've just got this big hatch in the middle of the torso, and then the rest of the torso armor is just kind of, like, pink armor wrapped around that. You've got
it looks like the guard that, like, a catcher wears in baseball.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like the chest protection.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for the arms, you get these, like, round shoulders that are kind of inserted, like, the areas of the torso these are inserted to, like, are big because they kind of connect into the backpack. So, like, they're just, like, these big ball joints that are just, like, socketed into the arm kind of deep. Very round shoulders, though. You get some, like, panel lining on the outside of them. Like a vertical line that hits a circle that then through that circle goes down a bit more. Like a really kind of gangly, buggy bicep. You get the elbow armor and, like, the, weird, wiry kind of joint that you can see in there, the very organic-looking parts. And then, as Grant brought up, the wrists, you get one nail on each wrist that extends forward, and then you get the, these pointy claw hands for the hands. For the waist, you get, like, a single just, like, crotch spike. Just the menacing crotch spike. The thighs, you get these...
We gotta mass-produce these things somehow.
Damn it. You get these large rounded thighs, no skirts or anything on them. They've got, like, a big, like, circular piece on the, like, upper part of the thigh with a panel line just going down. Pointy knees popped up. These legs, like, the thighs going into the joint there go, like, kind of backwards. It's got not quite digitigrade legs, but they're, like, just offset backwards in this weird way. And then the lower legs are super, like, thin and bony. And you get these 3 claws that are on the feet that are quite large, just like almost like big bird talons, which, we mentioned on the last one that we did forever ago. But, like, the some of these will lean on, like, some bird aspects, and this is, like, one of those ones where just you get these huge claws. And then finally the backpack, it's just a big elytra, basically. It's an aura converter. It pours out a bunch of green/rainbowy effects. This is what makes it go. It has the sword sheathed onto the side of that, and then below that you have some organic wings that are just folded on the back that can, flutter about, like if you're looking at the robot spirits back there. Speaking of the robot spirits helping us here, because the art book doesn't actually have, like, art of it, this thing's got a fun little, like, rocket launcher. It's like a little 5-barrel honeycomb thing.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of hexagons, basically, that are, like, linked up, and, you've got 3 on the, in the middle that are, like, tightly packed, and then on the outside, on either side, you get, like, one more hexagon with a barrel each. So, when these are used in Bastole, well, it's like a little missile. When these are used on Upper Earth, it's a fucking nuke, because, like, the idea is that Earth is, like, so divorced and different from, like, the Bastole, like, aura energy, that when it is brought over to Upper Earth, it's, like, magnified. And so even, like, a dinky little, like, like, small rocket launcher like this is devastating. Like, she's just like, oh, this is the city of Upper Earth, which means this is a city of Shou's people, which are my enemies, so let me just, like, fire a shot or two off, and it goes real bad. Japan's not having a good time. And yeah, it's interesting, because this is, like, kind of like I would argue Galeria's more of a rival than Todd, like, when this is being used. So this pops up, like, a fair bit, earlier on. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's a cool machine. It's got it's simple armaments, though. It's got a sword, and it's got, like, the little bazooka. You know, it's got the talons on the feet. You've got the claws on the arms. Like most Aura battlers, the whole body can be weaponized, basically. And yeah, she finally, like, starts going, okay, maybe I'll listen to Shou when he's saying it's bad that I'm, like, nuking us. Unfortunately, she listens to him a little too late, so this machine, the cool version of this machine that we see earlier on, gets kind of an ignoble end, as they're like, okay, what if we just, like, flew really fast? Maybe that'll take us back to Bastole well, and we watch the Bastole, like, just kind of collapse at the very end before it can, like, reach enough speed to bring it back to the Bastole well. We do see, like, a couple more later, but it doesn't, like, make a big showing after Galeria's death, though. So it's not like it's gone, but... So this machine has a really fun... You know, like, we had, like, the Aura Phantasm variants before. And so... A thing that Grant remarked on with this, right, is, like, the slenderness on it, like, especially the legs. It's kind of bony. Well, let me introduce you all to a machine called the Skullma, which is from Aura Phantasm. And this is sort of... we don't know the full history of it. It's either an upgrade or a prototype of the Bastole.
Where's it? Because just quick point of order. Where's the rest of it?
Well, it doesn't need it. It's fast. Because it's
okay.
using... yeah, so the idea with a lot of the machines is a lot of the machines in Bastole well are using, like, the bug shells and all that. And with this one, they're like, what if we just use bone? Like, what if we just drew a bunch of wires through bones? And
you don't need legs in space, and you don't need skin in Bastole well.
Yeah, so this is just like an exaggerated version of the Bastole in a lot of ways. You know, you've got the face, it's got the horn, the little mask guard, the inset little mouthpiece, the eyes with a very similar shape. The antennae are a bit more feathery, but, you know, still...
Yeah, the mechanical antenna are now more of a moth's antenna. Mm-hmm. That's fun, that's cool.
You get...
This thing is just edges and bits of like, yeah, bone spikes to connect to, like, you know, tendons that aren't there. There's nothing. Oh, this is a spooky guy. This guy's a spooky guy.
Yeah, this thing rules. I love this thing. And yeah, so it's just like it's, you know, a lot of the things with the Aura Phantasm designs, obviously with Izubuchi, it's like, hey, I'm not drawing these for animation, so I can go hard as hell. And so for a lot of them, you know, he's kind of, he takes the ideas that are there and exaggerates them, and, you know, this is like an example of that for the Bastole. This is, you know, a bony, skinny friend, that is quite scary, though, in ways that, you know, even the Bastole isn't. You know, the neck, as you mentioned, it's got all this, like, sinew, almost, is kind of the look of it, like, the way it's all connected in there. You still actually have... The pecs are a bit more normally situated, though they're very horizontal now. But it does have the pecs. Right above the cockpit, which is now, like, a carapace that has, like, holes in it to lighten it, I guess. To lighten, like, you know, the overall weight. It's just got a bunch of these little holes. For the arms, you get, so the arms are weird. You've got, like, a really elongated shoulder, and it's a little easier to see the layers on this. Let me get the, model kit. Or not model kit, the, figure. Because they did actually do a figure, because Bastole well stuff does well for whatever reason. So here's, like, the figure.
I just love...
Interesting colors.
It's the Bastole colors, yeah.
I just love the idea that even, like... Izubuchi speed holes will always exist, even when they're weird, like, organic forms drilled into this bony chest piece.
Yeah,
that's, you know, that's commitment. That's what that is.
I didn't think about it, but it's just Izubuchi holes, just weird ones. Yeah.
I do have to back up. You said these are Bastole colors?
I mean, okay.
No, they're fucking not.
Look, the Bastole looks a little more pink sometimes. It's a pale Bastole.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
pale
You know, I guess
Bastole.
we're in the say whatever the hell you want club.
It's a
Go
pale
off.
Bastole. It's based on the same idea.
It looks like yogurt.
It does look like
it's a
yogurt.
bubblegum Bastole.
To be fair, originally it didn't have any color because it was only this illustration, and this happened
Sure.
much more recently. So who knows what the original idea was? Anyway, the shoulders like are kind of elongated. Speaking on like bone structure, they have this like weird like little like indentation in them, like that feels very organic and not a mecha-y way that I think is really cool. And they even like do some like meat in there. And you've got like a little spike at the like a little bone spike at the end. And then for the arm, you know, the bicep is just like it's two bones. It's there's like
there is no bicep.
yeah, there is no bicep. It's just two bones running down into the joint. And then for the forearm, same thing. You've got like the radius and ulna, and then you've just got like some meat in the middle and like some little spiky bits at the elbow and like right before the wrist. Then you get these really like long skeletal hands as well at the end. And then for the waist, it is a meaner version of the Bastole's crotch, where it's still a spike, but now it's got like weird little holes and eyes, and it looks scary.
And Izubuchi's has successfully made it so that the eyes and stuff make it like a little face that's puckering up its lips.
Yeah. You know, the thighs, I mean, they've got this little blue bit of armor that's like not quite as mechanical, or not quite as bony. It's a bit more mechanical, but then the rest of it's just shaped like a big bone. And you get the joints with some little like tendony wires on the back. The knees have like a bit of a spike, and then otherwise it's two bones for the lower leg. These really long like little feet claws. It's got three of them. They're actually a lot thinner though. They're not like the bird claws of the Bastole. And finally, on the Aura converter on the backpack, it has an extra pair of arms. These almost look like buffer arms, just because like instead of having like the two small bones, you just get this one huge bone for like the upper arm of the secondary arm. And then really thin though, like long lower arm for these rear arms, just to make it so like they have more reach from the back, I guess. And then these hands are a little simpler. They only have 3 fingers on them. They've got like 2 long claws and like a little like thumb claw, I guess you could call it, or like a pinky claw, like, going off the placement.
Maybe I'm leaning too far into how much of a nasty freak monster this thing is. But that the like slat that comes down off the shoulder armor looks like a vestigial failure to be a third pair of arms.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That's how I'm gonna interpret it. That awful flange.
They also for the kit, they gave it a weapon. It doesn't have any ranged weapons, but it does have a really cool scythe. For the kit, which is kind of based on a lot of the old Bastole like garage kits people would make, like when they would make more detailed ones. They would usually give the Bastole like a scythe just to give it something more exciting. Because a thing that happens in Dunbine, which we will probably talk about with other designs on this episode, a lot of them use not just a sword, but it's like the same sword design. So
yes,
a lot of times when the modelers get to them, they would just be like, I want to give this something else. And the Bastole was frequently given a scythe in a couple of the old like famous garage kits. So I'm guessing that's why they gave it this a scythe here. It's a cool looking scythe. General
from a direct front-on picture, though, that the like bar of pecs is reading more tube top.
It really, you know, and especially directly front on, it's like tube top that's like, listen, I hope nothing changes about the situation because you're barely pulling the job off.
Here's the two.
Don't go jogging, please.
Here's the two related friends together. It's really funny when they have like a Aura Phantasm and a normal TV machine together, but I love it. When they do these like little photos.
This is just a picture of me and my wife on vacation.
You guys, you're at like one of those like I don't know, you're in like a photo booth at the arcade or something, so you can hit the. hit
Just
the bam.
know that when I ever say nasty freak monster, I say it with utmost love and devotion.
God.
But really, like, if any Aura Phantasm designs were kits rather than like figures, that's every like birthday and Christmas from here to eternity set for me. Like,
That's true
this is
because they would break so
exactly-
easily that you'd have to rebuy them.
but this is exactly what she wishes people made kits of, these Aura Phantasm designs.
One more pose, because this one's a really cool pose they have it in here. So
That's a really good pose.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. This thing is scary to pose, by the way, when you actually, because I do have this. It is the tolerances are all fine on the joints. It's just it has so many moving parts because you've got, you know, this arm, you've got that arm, you've got on the torso, you've got these like little like, or like I guess from the crotch going up to the torso, you've got these like little bony parts. There's just like a lot of little things that can accidentally collide with one another, and you're like, oh shoot, hold on, and then while you're fixing that, you bump another thing. Just the problem when you have a robot with a lot of limbs. But yeah, so that's a pretty good one. All right, Six, do you want to grab us another? Because I mean,
Sure.
What?
You think you're so fucking smart?
Yeah, sure. Wait, no, I don't.
Fuck you. What you got? No, what is that? Go ahead, tell me.
That is. Oh, is this the Boobily?
Nope.
Hey,
Nope.
hey now. Wait a minute.
What is this one? It's one of the. This is not an Aura Battler. This is an Aura machine of some sort that is not a Battler. What is this one? It's not the Boobily. It is not the. What are they? Ooh, I can't remember. That's the problem. Is I remember the Boobily, and because it's got a very funny name, and that's like. What?
Don't worry. This one's a different kind of funny, but it's still a funny name.
Oh, it's gonna bug me if I don't get this. Hold on.
You know what? Let's give you a clue.
Susan.
Let's give you a clue. Let's give you a clue. Are you ready?
Yeah.
There's your clue.
Why'd you do that? Why are you making? Why do that?
I did a little, like exclamation mark or not equal sign P little tongue face.
Boobily is the last one. Oh, it's not the Galava, but I did
Licky
remember.
Licky is a Pokemon and not a.
This is the Tungy.
Okay,
The
Tungy.
Tungy!
It was actually a good clue.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. This is So, you have picked a strange Aura machine now.
I love these guys. I love
Yeah, me
these
too.
guys
I
with
think
their
it's a little-
entirely exposed cockpit to the atmosphere and oncoming fire both.
I
That
like
stands
it's
over
like,
what looks like a closed cockpit, but isn't used as such.
I like that it's like a design where you could defocus your eyes and think it was either something from Final Fantasy VIII or something from Sonic Adventure 2, and then you kind of pay more attention and you're like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah. The thing with this machine's also a bit bigger than you might expect, actually. Because, and I forgot about this, because this machine's not, like, one that gets a lot of use, but you can see the Dunbine attacking one here, so it's quite large. Yeah,
Oh, sure. I mean, it's got this hatch for people getting out, so
yeah,
must be pretty big.
So around...
Well, because of the scale of Aura Battlers, it's about the size of your average mobile suit, which is to say, pretty darn big in this show, though.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
always the thing,
Fair.
is our battlers are, like, tiny. Is the thing. Like, not, like, they're not scope dogs, but they're small. Yeah, this thing... The funny thing is, whenever I try to read the sizes of these things, by the way, their sizes and whatnot in this book are given in, like, the fake in-universe measurements rather than in real-life measurements, because, like... I don't...
Beautiful.
I don't know if it was Tamino or who. Someone decided, well, they wouldn't use Earth measurements at all. So, the thing is, the measurements equal about what ours do, if I remember right. So, like, a met is still, like, a meter. And then there's, like, for speed, it's, like, rill. I don't know what a rill is.
Do you think Shot Weapon introduced the Met?
Oh my god.
And
He would. He'd be like, I'm inventing a new
Because
system of measurement, and you will all remember that this is unique and done by me.
Because
Well,
I
he would
feel
be
like
a Giants fan,
Well,
wouldn't he?
Well, before, the advent of mechanized weaponry, probably didn't have standardized measures from one kingdom to another. But that's something, if you're going to make an empire, you need standardized measures. And so just the name and size being so similar makes me think that this is Shot Weapons doing.
Okay, I have found what these mean, because MAHQ actually has this on the main page. A rill...
Shoutouts.
A rill is a distance determined by the length a person has to walk to reach the mouth of a river to its source. In speed, it's about 3 to 5 kilometers per hour. This is not very exact. There's also...
Why would you use one word for two very different things?
There's also luft tons, which... A luft ton is the same as a ton. It's just... They're called luft tons. After...
A luft balloon is the same as a balloon, so that tracks.
Okay, well, I guess the measures are not actually, like, other than the rill having, like, a weird conversion there, the rest of them are just, like, lies. It's just the same as what they would be in normal measurements, but they have to put them in Bystonwell measurements, okay. Anyway, this machine is, yeah, this is, like, a funny little guy. It's, like, kind of like a little crab. Like, with the middle, yeah, you've got, like, this little ring around a hatch that then has, like, a little canopy. You've got a series of 3 forward-facing cannons on, like, the front of this. The 2 outer ones, like, are kind of facing out at an angle, and you've got, like, one larger middle one. The back of that has, like, some little vents. The back of the machine is basically, like, a bunch of little vents. And then... You've got 4 clawed legs sticking out. These legs are like, you get a thigh that has a panel line going down the top middle of it, and then the lower legs you get these like double layer claws. It's just like 2 layers of little spiky armor, and then a little claw at the end. And yeah, it's kind of cute. It doesn't... This is like a science fiction thing you could fit, I feel like, into a surprising amount of other stories. Kind of like what Six was saying with, like, this looks like it could be an FF8 machine, or, like, I don't know. I mean, hell, it looks like it could be, like, even, like, a weird... If you change the style a little bit, it looks like it could be, like, a weird Star Wars droid or something.
Sure.
Yeah. I think you just knock off the limbs, and you're... basically at like evil fantasy A-wing already.
Yeah.
Or just change him to wings, and you're like, yeah, this is some weird extended universe, not X-wing.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a little guy. Unfortunately, our Phantasm does not give 2 shits about the little guys. So I don't got like a fancier version of this. I do have some early ones actually. Oh, this is actually fucking cool. Hold on. Alright, so, still in the Aura Phantasm Collected book, we've got the early
Those fat cats at Aura Phantasm don't give 2 shits about the little guy.
So, with the early art here, besides, as you can see, the guy standing on top there,
Yeah.
these claws, like, originally would have been, like, they would have had, like, little whips in them, it looks like? Like, little whip claws?
Was it frickin' fantasy Rafflesia?
These do kind of all give Rafflesia, yeah. Oh, and then, like, instead of having these, like, little, like...
Rafflesia's also 4-lobed, right? Or is it 6?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 6.
Or is it 6?
Oh, right. I'm just thinking... it has a bunch of other shit, but I think it is for the fundamental structure. It's just... Then my brain is like... Doesn't it have 168 guns or something?
I think the Rafflesia actually has 5.
Oh,
Damn
well,
it.
egg on my face.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
It's trying to make us look bad.
Well, I just had to look it up because I was like 4 doesn't feel like enough, but 6 feels like too many. And at no point did
Five's
my brain
company.
go. At no point did my brain go. Odd number 5 would be the one used. And then I saw this, I was like, oh, wait, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, with this little guy though, the thing I like with some of these early arts that I don't think is in the show is instead of these just being like little tiny like flattened landing legs, they got like little claws. It's got little feet for
cool.
landing.
I mean, they could just be folded up there. That could be what those are.
I guess they do have like
These
a
are.
little bit of gray at the end. Again, this is like a thing that is not like really focused on or used a lot in the show. So it's like, I would have to analyze the show itself real quick and find which episode it's used in to get any details there. Sad that they didn't go with like these weird like whip arms though, just because I don't know, they're weird. Look at these things.
It's cool.
Anyway, alright. Yay, Aura Phantasm gave us something there. Alrighty. 6. Hit us again, I guess.
Okay.
Just keep rolling.
Riddle me this, smart guy.
This is this the Pigsy? Did you pick the fucking Pigsy?
Yeah.
Are you picking, like, all the machines that are not Aura Battlers? To try to, like, get me?
You know?
To try to get me?
This is my favorite little man.
It's so good is the thing, right? Like, look at it.
This is something that would have been in, like, the Dark Crystal 2. The puppeteer is only real from the waist up, and the legs go down in Pigsy.
Here, I'll let 6 sort out ordering this.
Yeah! Ooh.
Yeah, so the Pigsy...
Picked up on a Friday night.
This is like a little... It's kind of like a cicada, is like the vibe of like the main body to me.
Yes.
Like a young cicada when they're on the tree. You know, it's like orange. It's got a cushioned seat in there. 2 little switches. It's got like these little eyes on the front. Some little vents. It's got these little tiny teeths at the bottom. The underside even has like, you know, the bug underbelly with like these lines horizontally running across it. And then you get 3 legs. You get 2 big rear legs, that are, you know, thick leg with like a panel line running down the front of it, little indentation, these like more panel lines basically just running down the sides of the legs, and then at the end of the feet you get these toes that are in this like lighter beigey color, as well as like a bunch of these little spikes on the back, presumably for like maybe navigating terrain or something. And then for whatever reason, instead of just having like the 2 back legs that this runs on, it also has a little middle leg that is located like behind the head, weirdly, like where it juts out from. And it's just like a little middle leg that's sort of reverse jointed, and it's like a smaller version of the other legs.
As much as I like this design, knowing that these are all just like hollowed out, modified real creatures, the fact that you can tell how sad this one was when it died is kind of a bummer.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's funny because, like, I think this is what they showed Tamino to get him on board with the bugs, by the way, because I remember the interview mentioning, like, oh, he was shown an illustration of, like, you know, a person riding on, like, a cicada, basically. And so I'm like, oh, is the Pigsy that? And, you know, this being, like, what sold Tamino... Because, like, early on, I think... I don't remember if we brought it up, but just as a little reminder, the earliest Dunbine designs did not necessarily, like, know what direction to take the robots. Like, you can see this one here is just kind of a golem knight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not really, like... Like, it's got, like, the kind of bug toes, I guess, but, you know... honestly, they're more like birds, though, and what makes that even more apparent is this alternate head. So, like, it feels like early on they were just like, okay, we're making a fantasy story, and we know that, but what do we want the robot to look like? And they just kind of shot a bunch of ideas at the wall. And they keep a fair bit from this, but...
I do wish that the Aura Battlers had, like, a tabar draped over their chest. Just, like, cloth in the middle of the bug body would be kind of sick.
Yeah.
But
so,
then how will the
represent
pilot
their house?
Right, because it's just a window.
I mean, you have it, like... You have it be, like a really deep, like... This is, I hate using this phrasing for this, but, like, a really deep V-neck, basically, right?
Ah, yeah.
So it's, like,
all the
hanging
Aura
just below their
Battlers are
head.
just, like, pounding iron out on the beach.
Oh, Alright, real quick, just to show, because, again, I don't think I did on the last one, but it fits, and I want to show Grant it. Here's, like, the earliest, Dunbine sketch. Look at this little guy. It's, like, drawn so, like, shallow with the details on it. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of funny looking to me. Look at this guy. Just a big beetle.
It could absolutely be a Metabot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Pigsy's great. I was kind of vamping there with also showing that because I was trying to find there's a variant of this machine. And I can't find the goddamn art of it, unfortunately. And I'm trying really hard to find it, and I'm not finding it.
I mean, two great things about just this art of the Pigsy is one, you can only imagine how much cargo capacity there is in the back of this thing. You lift the cover off. Oh my god, luggage for days. And two, is this the happiest we've ever seen Shou Zama?
Yes, for sure. This is definitely the happiest.
He just seems so peaceful.
Yeah, I know. Look, he's right now a funny little guy. He's having a great time. Yeah, it's not in here. It seems to not be in any of my books. There's a Pigsy that is in the show that is, like, a more, like, battle-ready one that has, like, a big shield mounted over the face. And that was the one I was trying to find.
I feel like I remember this.
Yeah,
I'm
I
also going to
camera.
imagine those dual joysticks mean that the Pigsy has Katamari controls.
Yes, you gotta, like, turn by, like, raising one up and putting one down.
Yeah.
I love that, actually. That'd be great.
It's intuitive.
I mean...
The robot spirits of this is fantastic.
Yeah, I have him on my desk right now, actually. There's just, like, a little one.
It's even sadder in real life.
A really sad thing about that early picture, though, that is not on the final, 6. This is actually one where Bandai's a fucking liar. Because if you look at those rear legs, you see how they have, like, a joint there? Like, they would have mobility? On the final one, they do not have that anymore. It is a static figure.
Wow.
So you can't move the legs. I don't know why they did that, but it makes me really sad. But I do have it on my desk still, because, I mean, it's a sad little funny guy with Shou riding in the cockpit all happy. So I gotta have it. Oh, we do have a version of it running with the shell open. And actually, you can see... Oh, I didn't mean to paste it over that, but you can see with the shell open... I'm wondering, does it... Yeah, it's got to open on those, like, the cheek area, right? Like, right there where those little latches are. It's just got to flap those open to the side. That's fun. What a weird... having the 3 legs is such a, like, strange choice, though, for, like, your little average...
I feel like the creature it's based on has 2 legs, and they couldn't get it to balance on 3 as a machine.
Ah, okay.
On 2 as a machine.
So they were just
they had to add a third. That's just me saying shit, but it feels right to me.
I mean...
that does make sense, because what other creature have you seen that has a leg coming out of its chin? Besides some sort of misshapen hell beast, I guess.
Yeah. Outside of Spore, I don't think I've seen it.
Alright, one more. From the Sunrise Crusade card game, here is the Pigsy's card. Glowing with a little soldier on the back wielding a sword. Eyes a-glowing. But yeah. Alright, well... Alright, 6, let's do another!
You might get this one. I don't know.
Alright, yeah, sure. Let's see. This is... You still not picked a fucking Aura Battler. This is the Griffin?
This is the Griffin. Yes, it's an Aura Battler.
No, it is not. This is a mount. This is like, what are they called? Aura Fighter. This is
it's categorized as an Aura Battler. Don't blame me.
Whatever. Okay. Post the damn whole
I can
image.
call Chris right now if you want to have the fight.
No, it's fine. Just post the whole thing. It's called the Griffin.
Cool.
This is not a bird. This is not... The one thing they named completely after a bird, and it's the most un-bird-like of all of the machines.
The head is kind of bird skull-ish.
I guess. Honestly, that head's
know.
just giving me Ridley vibes.
Yeah.
Like with the eyes back there
Yeah.
and stuff, and just how long it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't remember what kind of fly this is, with like the big stinger like that. But anyway, yeah, so you've got a really long head on this guy with, like, these little eyes in there. It does have, like, a jaw and a mouth going on there. Then you've got the main body is, like, elongated, and it ends in this, like, long stinger that I'm presuming has been turned into, like, a thruster. Attached to the base of this, you've got these two little arms with, like, little claws. They appear to have 3 claws, and the middle claw is, like, really long, and they're, like, folded back, but I presume they can, like, rotate forward. And then, it doesn't have any legs on the body, because the way the legs are attached is you have the back of it, which is, like, you know, much like a lot of the aura converters, like, these big pairs of, like, elytra on the back. And on the underside of the elytra, kind of like the Skullma, instead of having arms, this has a huge connection point with these really large legs, and these legs are very, like, bony, but big looking. You get a bit of, like, elbow armor at the end of one of the legs. You know, at the ends, it just kind of ends in, like, you know, little bug toes. It's got 5 on each foot, 2 on the front and 3 on the back. And then you got, like, little wings as well, like bug wings. And yeah.
This thing looks like it goes 10,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. And then I guess, yeah, there it is, folded up. Why
Flight
is it
mode.
I don't know why they named it the Griffin. It bugs me. This is the Griffin. This is, you look at it and this is the Griffin. But fair enough. Alright, 6. Another. Because there's not a lot to say about this machine because it's these 2 illustrations. Another, please.
Okay, fine. I see you've had trouble with you've not appreciated my technique and my methodology.
Look, 6.
I posted.
This is the Guitorre, I assume, right?
That's correct. This is the Guitorre.
Which means we shouldn't talk about this first, damn it. We should talk about...
I don't know any of this shit.
Wait, okay, yes, alright, here's the thing. Delete that. Pretend this doesn't exist. It's
okay.
gone. Alright.
I'm getting in so much trouble for, like, a work of fiction I don't know.
You don't watch Dunbine?
I watched, like, 5 episodes. It was alright.
Alright.
I don't know it well enough to do this.
Something from the show that we can talk about extensively. We've got the Virunvee.
That is something of the secret, is that I was partially doing it on purpose and partially just didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, whoops. Guitorre. I see! I understand the vision and I'm mad about this anyway. Alright. The Guitorre. This is the loser's machine, Todd. Early on.
Well, this isn't the Guitorre. The Guitorre's the...
Or sorry, the Virunvees. Fuck! You fucked me up, 6. You ruined my order!
What is this my fault?
Everything is your fault today. Look, I normally will accept blame, but today I want to blame you. It's fine.
I guess that's fair. You've explained your logic, and now I'm fine with it.
Alright, so...
I like the Virunvee a lot.
Yeah.
This is great.
Like the first machine we talked about today, is like another run at evil Dunbine for one of the rivals. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing with this...
But goes about it very, very differently.
Well, like, for the head, you've got the little... You've got the little mouthy in there, and then the eyes are, like, yellow, and they have, like, a horizontal split on them. And then it's got, like, this big fin just coming out of the back of the head.
It's because it's a big merman. This is a merman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's something very fishy about this fin. This is a fishy fin.
Yeah. And Todd starts using this because Todd's Dunbine gets wrecked. So... The only character with a Dunbine left... It's so funny that the Dunbine lasts so long with Shou, because Tokamak dies episode 1 with it. Todd, I think he loses it in, like, episode 2 or 3. But, you know. Fuck. Todd's a fuck up.
Perhaps this is the one, like, show in its genre that really leans into the fact that, hey, the prototype's not going to be perfect, right? Yeah. 2 out of 3 did not make it.
Yeah. And then the prototype of the prototype we sold to an enemy army to ensure they were weaker than us. Dunbine's good. The chest on this guy, you've got mostly blue, just kind of bulky armor for most of the body. You've got this large, like, boxy breastplate on the top. It's like a 3-sided thing, like, 2 side parts, like, at an angle, and then the flat middle. And then you've got the cockpit hatch, which is, like, a weird zigzag door for some reason. I don't know why this door is like this. It's just got, like, these... It's like... to make the opening mechanism for this, instead of, like, a proper door, they took, like, a sawzall and, like, went down, left, down, right, down, and, alright, just pop it open. It's weird. And then, for the shoulders, you get bicep armor, just kind of has, like, a little horn at the end that pops up. Pretty simple shoulder armor. It does have a bit of, like, cabling going from the shoulder into the bicep there. Bicep, just kind of chitin-y bicep. You got the same usual joints. You got big elbow pad. For the wrist, much like the other rival machine, you only get one little wrist claw on each arm.
But like everything else in the Virunvee, it's chunkier, it's more solid, right? Like these are thicker biceps than the Dunbine, and I think the industrial look of the hard-edged sawtooth door sells that this is heavy plating, this is thick, it's gonna get you. Yeah. Not with like that creepy spindliness, but with just like weight and brute ka-chunk force, right?
Yeah, and it's like even like the claw housing on the arms there is like very bulbous, and the claws are like very hard angle on them, like for the hook at the end. Like instead of like a nice clean little like taper down, it's just like a shoop, and then it just goes straight down. It's like a really sharp like hooked edge there. And then the crotch looks like it was just made out of a whole bug. Because, like, well, the sides of it, you've got these big empty holes on either side. And then you've got, like, this arrangement of, like, 6 teeth. So it looks like they just took, like, a bug, like a whole bug, and just hollowed it out and used that as the waist, basically.
There are 2 things I remember from our previous Dunbine episode, which I will remind the listener was 4 years ago.
Oh my god. So long.
First, that we ended it saying we would come back and do a second Dunbine episode. And second, that I said, oh good, we'll get to talk about the Vagina Dentata robot. Uh-huh. And here we are!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yep.
We did.
Now that you say it, I do remember that line.
It's all coming back to me. I'll tell Ivy that, the Vagina Dentata did in fact come up this episode. For the legs, just thick legs with panel lining on them. The panel leg has like a big zigzag from like where it's connected into the waist, and then just doing a sharp curve downward in the middle of the thigh. Just have like this little circular part there.
I was just noticing that too. Yeah, how with the Dunbines it's a straight right angle into the hip socket, but this it's strong, it's aggressive, it's pointy.
Big knee shields going on here, because you got like the little like knee plate like at the base, and then above it it's got like this like big split like shield almost just like above the knee. Usual wiry joints on the back. Thick panel line going down the middle of this leg here. Around the sides of the leg you get some like weird green armor. You don't really get a lot of green outside the cockpit area, so just some random green on the leg here. And then again, big talons on this guy. 2 on the front, 1 on the heel. And then even like the aura converter on this compared to like the Dunbine and stuff just feels bulbous. It just feels very thick and big. And then the way the wings come down, they feel much more like a cape on this guy, like by default, just because like it just these really large pairs of orange wings and then like 2 really small ones. The way they come down just evokes a cloak or something to me. Uses the same kind of missile launcher as the Bastole. Has the same sword that they all use. In terms of what it does, pretty simple machine. There is a high grade that they recently did of this guy that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
The thing I like with all like the modern high grades that they decided to do is For the torso, like, little, hatches... One sec. They did, like, some cool reflective paint on them, so they just stand out quite a bit.
Oh, that looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I guess I should mention the other thing. I don't think we ever see the Bastole do it, but this one, I'm pretty sure we do. No, I know we do. These claws on the arms can be launched out on a wire. So they do serve as, like, ranged weapons as well as melee weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and now we can get to the one that, Six linked. I'm sorry I had to, like, say no, but...
No, it's okay. The time has passed. We'll do a different one now.
What? No! That's not how we do things! You can't just change it.
There you go. Here's a new one.
That's a truck. That's Optimus Prime. No.
That's
what
not
is this?
Optimus Prime. That's not true. This is from Aura Battler Dunbine.
What? That's not a Dunbine-looking machine. Is this like... Did you grab one of the real ones?
Tell it to the mechanical designers.
Does
Tell
someone
it to
have
the
a
mechanical designers.
camper at some point in, like, one of the Earth arcs? Someone go RV?
Or like a motorcycle.
Oh. It shows motorcycle? Okay, yeah.
I was just a completely different scale,
I'm
but
glad,
yeah, okay.
I'm
there
glad
we go.
it was that picture of him with it riding his motorcycle at the beginning, like walking it through. All right. Anyway, the Guitorre, the really.
Hey, you haven't done your job.
What the fuck? What do you want from me?
Just do. Start from the head.
This is not a related machine. You fucked up the format.
the head is the head of a young Japanese man with black hair, somewhat unkempt, but probably because of the wind.
Yeah.
True. And the helmet hair.
Speaking of, yeah, so you've got, I don't know, is this based on a real motorcycle? Can't we just direct people to that?
I'll let you go. I'm just having fun.
I can tell.
Listen, you decided you got to blame me, so I had to. If I'm gonna be the villain anyway, I might as well act like.
Anyway, big meaty evil Virunvee here. One of my favorite Aura Phantasm redesigns for these. This is the Guitorre. So yeah, the fish fin thing leans into it excessively on the head for this one. You get extra eyes on this.
It's membranous now. Yeah.
You get, like, these blue eyes on the front, and then the little, like, these little red eyes on the side. The face now has, like, teeth, kind of like the crotch did on the prior one. Like, it's got just, like, a row of, like, two teeth on each row, stacked vertically, 3 rows.
I farmed these guys for, like, 30 minutes of Dawn of Sorrow waiting for their fucking soul to drop.
Moving on to the torso, you get a lot more of, like, the visible bone and sinew and muscles and all that in there. It still has, like, the plate going around the top, though it's a bit bumpier. Still has... Well, you know what? He rounded it out. It is a rounded out version of the, zigzag line, but it is still a zigzaggy cockpit, opening mechanism here. The shoulders, you've just got, like, these extra layers of, like, bony fins sticking off the shoulder. Pretty thick...
Bear with me.
Yeah?
This
No
torso...
fish with you.
Kinda gives me comfort.
Yeah,
I mean,
know?
The arm
Yeah.
overhang with the,
And I mean, they are both
That's all.
Izubuchi. So.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Big bulbous bicep, you can't really see it too well because the shield blocks it on the left arm, but on the right arm you can see, very, like, instead of it just being, like, a clean bit of bicep, it's got, like, this big bump on it. The arms are a lot thicker in the armor. You get, like, these little spikes going off the back of the elbow area. And then around the hand, you actually get 3 spikes. You get, like, 2 on the outside of the arm, and then, like, the 1 on the inside, like, under wrist area. So it's like it's got a bigger hand around its hand.
Yeah.
For the waist, still has vagina dentata. Just a different kind, but a lot of teeth still going on here.
Yeah, they're British now. Those are all kinds of crooked.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck. I got caught off guard there. I was not expecting that. Anyway, the legs, thick thighs, many layers.
You gotta get your crotch braces.
No, no, no.
It's gonna get expensive too.
It's Invisalign
Does shot
these days.
weapon
Oh,
give
okay.
dental?
You're out of touch.
Does the Luft Empire give dental if I sign up as a soldier? I don't know if that's how being a soldier for a monarchy, like a little feudal kingdom, works, but maybe.
I'm just glad you said give dental instead of give oral. That's
Fuck off. All right. Anyway, yeah, lots of armor on the thigh here. The lower leg, instead of just like having the like split knee on the front, the leg is now like blooming with like a petal of armor around the whole leg. Like you got the 2 on the front and then 2 on the back of the leg there. And then as you move down...
But with the venting on the kneecap, those front pedals look like the ears of some, like, haunted fox spirit or something.
Yeah.
They look like the new Gundam shield.
Little...
You know, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, a little aardvark or something, too.
Sure. Ghost aardvark. The most frightening of the psychopomps.
And then as we hit down to the foot, lots of random claws just going on the back of the leg here. And then the feet themselves, you got 2 big claws on the front that then have these 2 little sub-claws, and then 2, like, heel claws on the back. The R converter on the back is really hard to see here, so give me one moment, because this did also get a robot spirits. This was actually the 3rd R Phantasm one. So, you can see the back here. Lot meatier, like a meat-to-be calliope going on back here. With the underside. So, like, yeah, the middle backpack, you actually have, like, some, like, open parts on the middle of the backpack here. And then you've got the 2 elytra with, like, a lot of meaty bits underneath. And it's got, like, a second set of them underneath. Like, it's got, like, these big covers. And then these, like, secondary set of, like, almost, like, just engines below. And then you get, you know, the 4 wings, much pointier. Still have, like, that sharp tip on them, like the Virunvee does, so when down, they still kind of have that kind of cape aesthetic to them, just because of the sharpness. And yeah, for the weapons on this, as you can see, it's got a really cool-looking sword, like a single-edged sword. I guess it's kind of a scimitar. It's curved a bit. You know, it's very, like, broad blade, though it does have, like, a tactical cutout on the back, just missing there. And then the handle and whatnot are very decorated. You get, like, a little inset jewel and these, like, little talismans tied onto the bottom of it. And then you get this big fuck-off shield here that is, like, just to get another angle on it, just, like, a big wrought iron-looking shield, basically.
Wow.
Just got a bunch of these little bumpies on it. And yeah, just kind of a basic shield though. Like, it just looks like a simple iron shield that's been, like, pounded out basically for this. And it's got, you know, the texture of it on the figure especially really sells like that, you know, like they just took a big plate of iron and, like, pounded it in a shape kind of look.
Maybe it's just the shield and also the face, but I'm also, like, this is also the Dark Crystal to me.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. And yeah, Space Machine's also cool because it's in the PS1 game, and it was actually the first, like, secret unit I got in the PS1 game, so I have a lot of appreciation for it because of that. Alright. Well, I mean, we've been going an hour, but Grant, would you like to continue?
Of course.
Yeah, let's keep going then. Look, it's it's a guest. I can go forever, I know that, so it's just, you know. Oh, this is the Leprechaun. Oh!
I do love the Leprechaun, mostly because it means people just keep saying Leprechaun all the time for, like, 20 episodes.
And also, like, so in Dunbine, with a lot of the machines, there's a couple of them that have a name that's, like, close to, like, a fantasy thing, but not quite. Like, instead of Pigsy, you have Pigsy, right? Or you have, like...
Right.
Like, but then you just have the Leprechaun. There's no, like, misspelling. There's no, like, special Tamino pronunciation to it. It's just the Leprechaun. And yeah, it's a neat machine. Though real quick, sorry, 1 second. There's actually, I'm sorry, I forgot about these. There are actually 2 more related Virunvee machines real quick, so sorry, Leprechaun, just hold on.
Okay.
Over there. Just slide over there. And they're both on the same page here. We have the Brownie II and the Masarug. These are going to be interesting, because the Masarug does not look like the Virunvee, but it has a very funny relation to it, and that has to do with, like, production stuff. So, the Brownie is sort of a toned-down version of the Guitorre. It's like, you know, it still has, like, the fin on the head. It only has, like, the 1 set of eyes instead of 2. The armor is, like, a lot more simplified overall. Like, it feels maybe like it's, like, a heavy armor, but, like, no, like, less offense version, I guess. Because, like, the torso, you get these bigger plates around the cockpit that are in, like, this kind of green. You get these really broad shoulders that now have, like, these little spiky bits. It almost feels like you made the Brownie here out of a crab. Or something like that.
Yes.
Like, a big crustacean.
Sure, yeah.
And then...
But, like, actual crabs you found, like, washed up on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get too crazy with it.
The forearms are, like, thicker, but they don't have, like, all the spikes. It still has, like, the wrist spikes, but it's missing, like, all the other, like, ancillary spikes going on around it. So it's just these, like, really thick bits of armor. The crotch is a bit more classically Virunvee with the vagina dentata. The legs now have skirts around the thighs here. It actually has, like, these big side skirts that are, like, kind of wrapped around the upper thigh, so we can't really see much of the thigh, actually. And then the lower leg armor, it smooths out a bit, and then the feet are, like, reptile feet that have been transplanted to this. Like, like, you know, in a lot of these, it's either, like, the bug claws or bird claws, but these, I don't know, these just feel very reptilian to me, or, like, dragony almost, just with the way that they go.
Yeah.
The backpack looks to be simpler. You can only see, like, the underside of it, and unfortunately there's no figures or anything of this, so this is all we get, but it looks like the backpack is smaller, and then the wings, instead of being bright orange, are clear. It feels like a kind of simpler version of the Guitorre, though. Like, it is sort of a halfway in between, but it's also a very different color. The Masarug here, this weirdo. So, early into Dunbind's...
Masarugmon.
Early into Dunbind's production, we have a lot of the early production art in the same book. And one of the early unused designs for the Virunvee, we have 2 of them, that both are kind of referenced with this design, and they looked like this. One had skates, which I'm sad they didn't go with. And then this other one is a bit more shaped like this one. And you can even see it has, like, the zigzaggy, like, torso cockpit like the Virunvee has. And so Izubuchi decided, hey, I'll reference this, and I'll have this spin-off machine. This is the Masarug. And so the Masarug has, like, it has a fin on the head, but it's like a, kind of like a, like, fancy goldfish fin or something. It's not like, it feels more elegant, less mean than the ones on, like...
And less, like, taut.
Yeah.
The long probe needle nose on the head is so unique.
Yeah. It's got, like, 2 horns, and then it's got just, like, this little proboscis nose. And, like, it has an eye in the middle, as well as the eyes on the side. It's just got this big blue eye in, like, the middle of the forehead. The torso is very wide. The whole upper torso is just this, like, huge, wide section of plates. They've got some, like, little, like, bumpies on them, but not a ton of overall detail. And then for the torso cockpit, again, the zigzaggy Virunvee thing. The shoulders are also, like, weird big armor, and they have these, like... There's, like, these, like, weird feet underneath them. Again, it evokes, like, this is almost like a whole creature on top. Like, this was, like, a whole creature that got, like, turned into this, because it's just, like, a series of 4 legs that are, like, curled up underneath, like, a really weird, fucked up horseshoe crab or something. Look, Bison Well's got a lot of animals. We've seen them.
Yeah, the way those shoulder plates pinch in the middle, kind of like a gourd, remind me of, like, the Hygog shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but it is very Hygog. Then thick biceps, very chitin-y. The forearms also very thick. Huge opening at the base of them, so they are almost like these like big like cuffs going around at the base. And then even around the wrist, like they open up kind of big. You have these might be like arrow shooters just built into the arms at the end, because there are these like little barrels, is what they appear to be, just kind of in the wrist there. For the crotch, we get an inversion of the vagina dentata, because you can see it still has the teeth, but they're hidden from view because they're on the underside. They're wrapping around.
Dignified. That's right.
And then the front of it, it looks like when you're at a fancy house, like the top of someone's like stairs, like, you know, whenever people have like the really goofy, you know, the railings for the stairs, it just feels like a rail decoration or something to me, like that, just with this shape. And then the legs, pretty simple, just thick gray armor, some little bumpies. You get the shields look like the knees look like pot holders, because they're like a circle with like a handle in the middle. And then the lower legs are just thick armor with a deep cut in the middle. And then you've got these like weirdly huge feet going on, like these just like big like initial feet parts, and then you get the big like claws on the bottom.
If an elephant was a dinosaur.
Yeah, if an elephant was a dinosaur is a good way to describe these. These are different from all the other weird feet we've been looking at today. Lots of weird feet today. Anyway, sorry about that, Six. Now it's time for the Leprechaun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you grab that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I already closed the tab. I'll pull it back up. That's fine.
I've been copying other images. I don't have it in my clipboard.
All I said was I closed the tab. I'll open it back up.
I know, but look, the implication is when you deflect your own responsibility, it's that it's my fault.
I don't think. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm being a little goofy. All right, the Leprechaun. It's the Leprechaun. This guy looks mean.
He does.
It's like the best way to describe
Everyone
it.
keeps stealing his Lucky Charms. Yeah.
I mean, they took the Sazabi head and they turned it into a grouchy bug.
Yeah, like it's got the horn. It's got eyes, but like instead of having the horizontal split in the eyes like the Virunvee, these have like a vertical split, so it looks like it's just got very like mean looking eyes. And then around the cheeks, you've got like the sides of the head have like these little. I think it has like head Vulcans or like Aura shooters, I guess, but like, you know, a weapon built into the head, which is not normal for Dunbine. And then you got these like big cheek like teeth going around the face there. The torso is kind of just a pretty standard Aura Battler torso. It's two large pectorals that are, you know, like glass covers over a cockpit hatch, and then a lot of red armor. The shoulders, kind of small shoulder armor, considering the size of this machine. They have like, you know, they just kind of wrap around the arms a bit and have a bit of a lip that pops around the top, but then you got a thick bicep. It's got some extra armor on the outside of the bicep there, so it gives it a very muscular look. And then for the forearms, you get like a little bit of the forearm in like the main color, and then you get a darker red as the like as you go down towards the end, and it's like a bigger shell going around the outside. Also has like little wrist guns. Also has fucking knuckle dusters on the hand here. Like the hands have knuckle dusters, and then also, well, we'll talk about it in the armaments, but the shield also has little teeth on it.
It has some fun asymmetry going on with that, the arm stuff.
Yeah. The crotch has a gun that is in a ball turret. And it yeah, that is exactly what it is.
You know, sometimes someone lobs something over the plate for you and you just feel insulted that they'd make it so easy.
Right?
Yeah, it's just, look, it's just what it is. It's just, there's not much to add to it, right? It's just, yeah, it's a ball turret. Don't worry, I'll show you, a figure I have that is another one of the many reinterpretations of these that it's a nightmare. Anyway, I'll get to that later.
Okay, Dylan, so it's got the gun there, but where is the ammo stored?
Yeah. Anyway, the legs have like a weirdly, the connections are weird. So like, you've got this like little like side skirt flap sticking out the side, and the legs are kind of plugged more into that than into the waist. So it's got like almost like a bow-legged thing going on, like this really big gap in the legs there. And then the thighs.
So it's not interfered with by excess heat from firing the cannon. Clearly,
you do not want chafing from that. You have some tubes running in the upper thigh into these little skirts. Big knee armor. It's got like a little hole in it. The lower legs. So this is a fun one because we get something we don't really get on other Aura machines here also, which is the legs have hidden hand grenades in them. The armor on the outside of the leg can pop open, and it has like a little like stick grenade that it can grab and throw. Which is just interesting because like up to now, everything we've covered from either side has been very like contained, I guess. Like you don't really get like built-in weapons that aren't just like claws or something. So this one actually like storing grenades in it is really weird.
And we do get a fair few like built-in like sword sheaths.
Yeah, but not like
we even have one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like a grenade holster. That it's weird, but it's neat. And then for the feet, you've got two big gray like claws on the front, and then you get these like dark red rear like heel like toes going on the back. And then the a significant source of calcium. No milk. Sorry. Anyway, the Aura converters on the back are quite large on this one as well. You've got like a bunch of these like little like vents on them. This is like a very detailed design also in a lot of ways. You got like a bunch of this like ribbing underneath the Aura converters on the back, the Elytra. You get your usual 4 wings on the back though. Nothing really special about these ones, just kind of standard clear wings. For the equipment, we mentioned the crotch turret, mentioned the wrist guns, mentioned the grenade. It has a shield mounted on the left arm here. And the shield is, like, cool because looking at the way it has the teeth and, like, these big, like, sockets, again, this feels like the skull of an animal, right? Like, not a skull, I guess, but, like, the shell of, like, a bug or something. And then, the middle of the head has been hollowed out to be a sheath for the sword. So it can just grab it from the shield. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, so this is the Leprechaun's a very fun machine. This has...
Yeah, the Leprechaun is scary when it first shows up. Like, the Leprechaun... If the Leprechaun comes to a fight, our heroes are gonna lose.
Yeah.
For like
Piloted by Irish favorite. Oh no, why am I spacing on her name? How did I space on that name? What is her name?
But yeah, that vicious horn and the big mandible spikes, it makes an impression. It's cool.
Yeah. I just feel bad.
Is this Gerald or is this Faye?
Gerald Kuchibi.
I see 2 names listed.
Gerald Kuchibi.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, she's great. She's a sicko, and I love her. Just the angriest Irish girl who's just really good at piloting. It's really funny whenever they grab, like, it's kind of a crapshoot whenever they grab someone from Upper Earth, because sometimes it's just like, this is a person who has, like, military experience and they're going to be a badass, right? And then they're not a badass and then they die. And then it's like, here's a random street punk that we grabbed, and now she's, like, murdering things every week. And is actually, like, a problem for the heroes. And it's just one of the qualities I like with Dunbine. So, this doesn't have an Aura Phantasm version. However,
one thing I think is interesting about the Leprechaun is that it is got references to an earlier design from something else entirely. I guess they were just a fan. From 1968. Yes, I do want... this is Og from Finian's Rainbow.
God damn it.
Played by Tommy Steele. Clearly the basis of the Leprechaun here.
Clearly. Understandably, yeah.
Honestly, his posture is remarkably similar.
Fair point. So...
that's a movie that's not good.
So... there's a figure line called Lord of
Oh!
Yeah, Lord of Byston Well, which, unlike the Aura Phantasm things, it's by a different artist. I'm spacing on his name. He did a bunch of designs for Garo and other, like, Toku stuff, which kind of probably apparent from his redesigns. Oh, if you're, like, a Kamen Rider fan, he did, like, the SIC line. The super imaginative, whatever, I forgot what the...
Shogoten, I think?
But yeah. And yeah, so he did a line of Aura Battler redesigns, and so they're these, like, really, like, grody, organic-looking, ones, and this is the Leprechaun. The reason I had to have a close-up of the head, though, is the Leprechaun that it has comes with 3 different heads. Including a weird, like, half Dunbine one?
Tommy Steele, as far as I know, only had the one head, back in the 60s at least.
Okay,
So this is a step up.
Is this? It looks like in every version of this head, he's just got a mouthful of raspberry jam.
Yeah, it's clear red. It's meant to look like muscle, but it does just kind of look like it's got a mouthful of jam. Yeah.
Like with a name like Smuckers, it has to be good.
It is interesting that Aura Phantasm went so far on just like bone and chitin and shell and things, but then this figure line seems to be like, hey, the best part of the Dunbine? The weird like gummy stuff in the shoulders. What if that was all we had going on?
Yeah, so here's the foal, and they made the crotch gun very, very. I don't like looking at it.
Detailed.
Yeah.
Detailed.
It's not safe for work. I wouldn't like it if it was not safe for work. It's just bad for seeing, though, because it has veins now. And it's just bad. It's a fucked up proboscis now, and I don't like that.
Like a Snickers bar.
And then here it is with... I don't have the regular Dunbine, but I do have Todd's, so I have a big blue Dunbine that's from this line. Also, the stands for them, the stand arms are spines, because it's just this guy's aesthetic, so he went with spines. But yeah.
Okay.
No Aura Phantasm equivalent, though. This machine actually is a very big standalone machine. Very much... I mean, it's already kind of ridiculous. A lot of the later ones, like the Leprechaun, the Vieras, and the Reineck and all that, the Vieras does have a Aura Phantasm one, but like the Reineck doesn't also. And so, just like a lot of the endgame ones tend to not have the fancier redesigns. But anyway, yeah, that's the Leprechaun. It's cool. It's big. Yeah. That's that.
Cool.
Oh. Alright, Six. Sorry to ruin your list for 1 second. This is just something I need to get a comment on. While I was looking at the book.
Okay.
There's this machine called the Zaratan.
Oh.
And it's like a little caterpillar that the Virunvee can ride on. And
This is the most amazing little man I've ever seen.
It's like a little caterpillar slug with a cannon mouth that is going... that a little Virunvee rides on. It makes me happy.
I think the eye stalks make me accept it. I was on the fence, but the eye stalks are very good.
Yeah.
The eye stalks are lovely.
I had to show that since we covered the Virunvee, and I need to see reactions to this goofy little caterpillar guy, or slug caterpillar. I don't know, it gives both to me. The little leg bumpies.
I want to imagine this Virunvee sells noodles, and all these designs you're seeing on the flanks are like the daily special in some sort of strange Byston-Wellian language I don't understand. Yeah.
Oh, this is like a portable, like a cool portable food truck. And like, so when it opens, this pops open on the front, and then that's where you like go up and do your order, and they give the food to you.
Yes.
Are these just like big? Looking at these, are these just like big orbs? Like, does it just have big like balls that roll for the wheels there?
I hope so.
Yeah. There are rollers inside here that impel the big spheres to be the motive wheel. Against the ground, and the noodles shoot out of the spout like this. You're standing here,
sure,
and you hold your bowl up to the sky, and it shoots the noodles.
Amazing. Sorry, I had to
an
show
extruder.
That.
I see.
All right, now. You go, Six.
There is another design. I have to use external art because the art on MAHQ is just like black and white and kind of sketchy and doesn't give us a lot to work with.
Okay. What? That's not. Oh, right. What is it that?
We could do a Macross episode. I get while I'm here.
What?
This is from Dunbine.
Yeah, it's Upper Earth. We see, what are these? F somethings?
These are F-15Js.
Yeah. Don't worry, they all die. Look, Upper Earth weaponry is nothing compared to Aura Battlers.
Maybe if they were made of meat. We need to get the Aura Phantasm F-15.
No. You need to get the meat from Byston Well, though. And then you can bring the meat from Byston Well and then make your jets out of the meat in our world.
But if you don't construct it in our world, would it still have the same effect? Or do you have to build it there?
I think it has the same effect because it's just got the inherent energy of it. Right?
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
This is what the sequel would be about.
God.
The other thing I thought about testing you with, by testing I just mean testing your patience, was the War Beast from Garzy's Wing.
Okay.
Now that guy's cool, though.
Funnily,
He's cool.
Not only is it cool, it's kind of like one of the guys we see in Dunbine. It's reminding me of one of the weird like big creatures we see early on, actually.
He wears a hat produced by the Department of Transportation, Road Construction. Yeah.
Imagine being the person who gets to make the big hats for the big creatures. That'd be a fun blacksmithing job. I get to make bigger versions of what I make for people, but they're for the creatures. You know, like in life when you make horse armor, it's not like the horses are that much bigger than people. But like, look at this guy.
True.
This is huge. Look at that breastplate. You make so much commission.
That's just armor.
You make so much commission off that.
You need a team of 6 guys banging that out. And you are best friends.
Hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot of fun creatures in Dunbine, I will say, in general. Like,
okay, I could give you another real one, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the Danny O'Shea.
Yeah!
Oh.
Marvel's big bug man.
The fucking weirdo. Oh, you're gonna love the early version of this guy when I show it. You're gonna love it.
Ooh, that's promising.
Yeah, I just get the feeling you especially will care about this friend.
There's something Peter Chung about this design, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's so... Like, our battlers are unique in a lot of ways, but this guy is, like, so weird. So, like, the head is a shell, and it's kind of like a normal Aura Battler head around the front, but it's got these big jester antenna. But they're like...
Yes.
They're open at the ends? So they're like tubes? And so... And it almost gives it like a jester vibe as well, just because of like the way they are on the head. And you get the eyes, you get like a bunch of these like little red... You get these little red dots and this little red square in the middle. It's just a really weird looking head. And then the body... So the body is like... Very much a beetle shell in that like... The body and the waist are all just kind of, like, almost look like one, continuous piece, basically. You've got this big orange cockpit on the front, and it's got these little 2 red, like, bars holding it closed around the side.
It's kind of got a dad bod. It's got a bit of a belly.
Yeah, like, the big cockpit just makes it feel like it's got a bit of a belly. The arms are, like, deeply inset into this torso, and, like, the torso is not wide. Like, it's weird because it's like kind of chunky, but like the arms are like just shooting into it like at an angle almost. So it's just like these, it feels so skinny in a way that even if the parts are not actually like skinny. Then the bicep, you've got some cables running up from the bicep like armor there into the arm. Well, I say bicep, I guess this is the shoulder and then this is the bicep and then that's the forearm. It's got like, the arm, though, because you see all these like big connective parts, it looks like almost like a 3-jointed arm or like a 3-part.
He's
arm.
got like Mega Man proportions, like he's a robot master.
Yeah, and like the arms kind of come out the side, like their shape is weird. The arms have a weird shape to them. They're like curved inward, and the hands, it has 4 fingers. And so when it grips something, like even like the sword here, like it's got a really weird looking grip just because of having the 4 fingers instead.
Well, it's because it's got 2 on either side, and so it just like interlocks them in this weird little. It's like it's holding its own hand.
Yeah, and then for the crotch piece, you just get this like big adjustable nail. I only have to assume by all the give there.
It's a weird iron tongue. Yeah.
It's the bend in it so you can like hammer out horseshoes on it.
Yes,
but this does look the most like mechanical and industrial of any aura battler, right? Like the circles on each joint that look like, you know, a place for a big rod to go through a hole and make the joint. The way most all the pieces are at soft 90-degree bends.
Well, and like
into somewhat rectangular tubes.
And you don't even have like the joints that you normally get on this guy because they're all covered. You don't get like the bug joints. And even the wires like in the legs, they don't look like the weird muscly wires that all the prior and later aura battlers have, but they're just like big, thick red wires. In this case, they go from the thigh to the waist.
Do you think maybe
yeah.
This is like, for whatever reason, I guess my starting theory was that they messed up when like getting the creature for this and they did too much damage to it and had to replace a lot with metal. But then my other thought was maybe this was like an earlier prototype of shot weapons where he was like, he didn't trust the bug parts and was trying to rely more on machined parts.
You know what? I think it is that because we know that Marvel already has this at the start of the series. And I'm wondering if this is like a weird thrown out prototype or something, basically, where it's just like, whatever. Because, I mean, Shot Weapon clearly doesn't actually mind selling to everyone else. Drake really is convinced of this man's loyalty, and this man is selling to all the neighboring kingdoms whenever something doesn't work out. Because that's just who Shot Weapon is. Normal Silicon Valley things, you know? Gotta keep up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the legs though, you get
normal Australian Silicon Valley things. Yeah.
God, he hates Australia so much. It's so funny. Anyway, the legs also have like this 3-part like construction going on because like the thigh then connects into like a knee joint, but then the joint is like almost just its own like section of leg with how big it is, and it's like fully armored. So you just get this like, you know, big middle section, and then the lower legs kick forward. So they just have this weird shape, and it doesn't really have like claws. It's just got these like little like bits of armored feet at the end, and then the heels are like little pop down claws, but like even those are kind of blunted. They're not. This machine's not like really as sharp. And then the aura converter on the back, really small little elytra on this guy. You still got like some of the under like little, you know, sections. Like the little ribbing under there, but like these are really tiny. And then the wings are like very closely connected on the backpack, and like when they are down, they're like just down the back middle. It's just a unique silhouette. This is a weird guy. The thing I need to show Six when I say the earlier ones that you'll love, here is the early one here, which appears to be dual-wielding Reich blades from Star Wars.
Yo, what is going on with his face?
Has little googly eyes, like little antenna eyes, eye stalks.
It's like someone hit pause on him when he was mid spotting a hot girl.
And like the legs have them too. There's just these little.
You mean its new pilot?
And then
sure,
I love the cables going to the chest here. Oh, that's good. Well, that's the good stuff.
And then the reason it's holding such weird swords is if you look at the hands, they're not facing forward. These hands face down, and it's just like these claws that face down at all times. Like these, I don't think these got a lot of like wiggle to them forward.
Well, because they have a gap in the middle for you to plug the weapon into, and then the fingers secure it.
It's so weird.
That's
Well,
so
what
weird.
you gotta realize is this isn't a blade forged for the Ore Battler. This is the feet of a gigantic dinosaur that was evolved only to ice skate.
Oh, okay.
Then we have, here's like the middle one. It still has one of the hands like that, but then the other hand is more normal and has, the final rocket launcher that we all know. This one has like little pop-down
Giving
claws?
it pop-out optional toes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then,
Yeah, like
you know,
the
Oh, and those cables have become just sort of ribs that will become a single rib. I see.
yeah.
Mhm.
The early ones of this thing are wild, and like it's funny because these are wild, but the final one is still pretty wild. Just in comparison to the others.
Yeah.
It has like it has a unique sword for once. Instead of having the normal straight sword, this one has like a really long curved sword for like the animated designs. And then the other arm has the goofiest little rocket launcher where it's 2 barrels on top and 2 barrels on the bottom, and it's just like held in the middle.
Rules.
It
It feels
I
like it
love
like
a
peeled that
rocket
off of
launcher
like an
that
airplane.
is a rocket launcher that seems less deep than the rockets are long. That's great. That's good.
It really looks like 2 missile pods that were like on the shoulders of a different machine, and they just put a handle in the middle of them. It's great.
Yeah, which is kind of appropriate. Again, everything about this machine screams kind of more improvised. This does have its own variation from Aura Phantasm that is also very weird. Let's look at... So that was the Danny O'Shea. This is the Lahnaun Shee.
That was Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean. This is the Lahnaun Shee, which is weird. So it keeps some elements of the original. It's
Can
still
you use
got
it in
like
a sentence?
It still has like the big open stalk. So all the colors on this is like much more like just like gray and light blue is kind of the color scheme going on with this. But yeah, it's got the open like little antenna still. The face is a bit more inset. You can't really see any eyes or anything in there. Izabuchi holes added to the face now, and Izabuchi holes added to this upper torso armor here. And you get some spikes added onto like the area above the arms here. The arms are I guess I should say the cockpit is pretty much the same. It's like the big yellow, well, very, very, very like warmish white now in this, or warmish gray, but you know, same setup there. It's got 2 of these little thingies, kind of like the one early one instead of 1. The arms though are so noodly on this version of it. And then you still have the middle joint there.
Yeah.
And then the arms now are done like the early one though. So they have a spike sticking out the front, and then they've got fingers that are always like downward, and then it seems to have like I referenced the Reek blades from Star Wars, but like, you know, it's like a weird backwards underhanded blade going back.
It is up to 5 fingers per hand now, though.
Yeah, there are 3 and 2. Yeah, you're right.
Like the orientation of the hands here make a kind of sense in a world where this is a brand new kind of technology. So all the infrastructure is down here.
Yeah.
So the fingers point at the down here where you're going to pick up like, I don't know, hay bales or oxen or things off the back of a cart.
Stuffed animals, because it looks like a UFO catcher.
Well, yeah, okay.
And for the crotch, you get a much sharper nail in it. It actually has skirts, unlike a lot of the prior designs also. You've got these, like, big... It's got, like, a couple layers. There's, like, a back layer and then 2 bolts of armor on the front that are just kind of hanging in front of the leg. Still has the weird joint thing going on with the leg, and then the legs kick forward. Really long, gangly toes on this guy, and then it has, like, little side toes now. Still has the really small aura converters on the back. The wings look weird. Like, we don't get a back shot of this thing, unfortunately, but, like, you can see that there's, like, something weird going on with the wing texturing there. It doesn't look like normal bug wings in there. It almost looks like these might be, like, it might have, like, bird wings under the bug wings or something, because, like, it's got... You see what I mean, right? Like... little
Yeah.
feather things.
Just the texture of it looks like a translucent cave fish.
It's really weird.
It makes me wonder if there's like a back plate or something that you're seeing through the wings. Like that there's like a plate
just
right
hanging
here.
down or something. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And funnily, there's one other weirdo related to this. No art, so this will be a quick one. In the video game of Aura Battler Dunbine, which is a PS1 game that has... You play as, like, one of the kingdoms that is, like, mentioned in the original show, and you are, like, intervening in the history of the show. You are either choosing to ally with Drake or choosing to ally with, the good guy crew, or doing your own thing, basically. There's a couple of different paths. And when you try to produce your own Aura Battler rather than buying the ghettos from Drake, there's a machine called the Aldam, which your nation produces.
Ooh.
And I think the idea is this is the prototype that then the Danny O'Shea is based on, and that you, like, gave it to, that group. Unfortunately, the game is not translated, so not a ton of info, but yeah. And so this is the Aldam.
Right.
I don't have a good turnaround of it, unfortunately, like a GIF or anything, but so it's got a little tiny, like, bug head here with little red eyes and two little backwards antenna. The torso has kind of the Lahnaun Shee thing of having the two, like, little red things on it, instead of just one. It's a lot more, even more dad bod kind of shape going on here, with, like, the belly and everything. The arms do seem to have in between the joints, like, the weird buggy joints, so now the arms have, like, 5 sections because it gets these little extensions of the buggy parts.
Which makes for, like, real orangutan proportions on these arms.
Yeah, they're very long. The fingers are very thin, and it only has, like, 3 fingers on each hand, and they're these, like, very thin little clawed fingers. Then the crotch, you have, like, a long spike. The legs are kind of doing the same thing as the Danny O'Shea, but the toes are kind of like the Leprechauns or the Bastoles, where it's like the big bird claws on the front and back. You have these little, like, side ones on the inside and outside. And then for the backpack, you have 2 tiny aura converters, and then, like, a big bug thorax mounted in the middle of them. And then you have the little wings on the bottom. And this is, like, your weird, like, original machine if you're like, I want to make my own Aura Battlers, but I don't want to buy them from Drake. They're not very good. You just kind of have them at the beginning, but I had to mention them.
Yeah.
They're weird.
Well, it feels like a good place to stop to me.
Okay. Yeah.
You cool with that, Grant?
Sure.
I can talk about Aura Battlers all day.
In that case,
I love bugs.
Yeah, listen. I'm gonna just lay my cards on the table. No more bluffing. I haven't eaten in 8 hours. I want to go eat something.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I will not hold you hostage. All right.
So Grant, thank you so much. For
you were
joining us.
I thought either you were serious or you were winding up for bean time. It was hard to tell.
I will not lie. There was a period I thought about doing bean time in advance of this, and I was like, I don't know if I should do that to Grant.
Well, there's always next time. But
you got to give yourself some bean time from the sound of it.
Yeah, exactly. But why don't you give the folks the whole works, the plugs?
Okay, well then you'll starve to death. So I'll abbreviate. Hi, my name is Grant. I make a number of things now, and I've made a great number of things in the past. You can follow along with those and my personal thoughts, for whatever they're worth, on Blue Sky at mynameisgrant.bisky.social. But those things do include Whiskers. We share knowledge regarding SeaQuest every week. My wife and I go through mid-90s seminal TV series, SeaQuest DSV. We are coming up to the end of the 2nd season, wherein it transitions to SeaQuest 2032 with a whole bevy of changes behind and front of the camera to go along with that title change in the farewell year of the show. You can also find me making an actual play show called Six Feats Under, along with a grand number of folks, one of whom in our Star Wars campaign, which we call Renegade Scum, played in Galactic with the Scum and Villainy expansion, and a little bit of Going Rogue in there for flavor, includes Six. Six is one of the players in that gang of 6 GM-less ne'er-do-wells going across a galaxy of our own creation. It's sort of a Star Wars Visions style take on the material, which is so fun. It's so good. It's so good.
Had a really good time with that. Yeah.
And let's see. In the near future, what I'm going to want to point people to is an audio drama called, oh my goodness, an audio drama called The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine. If you look that up, you're going to find the first episode right now. If you look that up in date to be determined, the second, third, fourth, and so on until conclusion of the first season will be coming out soon. We're done recording. It is in the editing stage, and I'm so very excited for people to hear more of the story and its twists and turns and the many characters, including my villainous corporate uncle. So that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one for a while because audio dramas are a production nightmare. And there's just so much work to do, and so naturally it has taken a while to get it put together. But I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm. It was so much fun to make, and if even a small percentage of that comes through in the final product, people are gonna love it. It's so good.
I was gonna make that a normal.
Excellent. Check those things out. Yeah, this is going pretty far back for Grant, but actually right before this, I was watching some of the old Metal Gear Solid 5 Let's Play. So,
yeah, 10th anniversary of the game, which probably means something like 9th anniversary of the LP starting. I think
something like
that. That might not be true. That might not be true,
but it might be. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm. Anytime. Happy to do it and make a 4-year-old promise come true.
Why the Danny O'Shea cockpit look like egg yolk though?
Because it's where you get hatched. Dylan, where can people find you?
You can find me at Low Poly Robot on Busky. Oh god, I made too many of these separate lines. I can't delete the... I would have to... Okay, I see. Anyway. Oh, yeah, Busky.social, low poly robot, you know what I do. I post video games and stuff. If you're on this episode, you probably... Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we'll attract new guests with our guest. Yeah, I post games and mecha stuff and all that jazz over there. So, yeah. Follow me if you enjoy more of the random ephemera. Six, what about you?
You can find me on Blue Sky at 6.scanlinemedia.com, and you can find all the tons of work that I do at scanlinemedia.com or patreon.com/scanlinemedia. There is too much of that. And then, you can talk to us over on the Scanline Media Discord if you want to talk about, Dunbine or not Dunbine. That between those two things, I have covered all of human society.
One of them is a lot bigger, but maybe the other is more important.
I mean, listen, you know what they say. Those who can remember the story of Byston Well are fortunate, for their hearts are rich. Peace.
Peace.
The Metal Gear Solid 5 Let's Play actually started in 2018. It's only 7 years old.
Damn. Imposters.